Back here on Q13 Sports with former Husky guard Ryan Appleby. I can't believe it's been 3 years since you played for the Huskies.
Yeah, it's crazy. My couple of years at UW went by quick, and these have gone by even quicker.
Yeah, time flies. You started a company, Appleby Basketball. We're going to get to that in just a second. But what did you think about the game, the end of the game specifically today?
Yeah, it was a great game. I think everybody in the first half thought, wow, we're better in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the second half came around, and at the end of the game there was a bunch of tough plays I think that we could have done differently as a team and to be able to pull out that win still.
What about that inbounds pass? What did you see happening, obviously, before North Carolina stole the ball?
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to run one of the shooters off to get a three, and then I think Holiday was counting in his mind, and he got a little bit scared. It was like, I got to get this ball in bounds, and he just kind of threw it, not paying attention to, I think, Henson, who has like an 80-something inch wingspan, and he got a hand on it. So it was a tough play.
You mentioned, though, the Huskies looked like they had the upper hand. Early on, they had an 11-point lead. Why do you think they made so many mistakes down the stretch? What was the cause of that?
I don't know. They have a pretty old team. I think it's tough. Everybody in the first half was like, okay, we got these guys. We're just going to step on their throat and end the game here. And they kind of relaxed out of the timeout, and North Carolina went on that run. And then I think everybody kind of got a little nervous, like, uh-oh, what's going on here? I thought we were going to blow these guys out in the second half, and it got to the end, and we just got a little rattled.
The good news is, though, Isaiah Thomas does say he's coming back for his senior season. You got some really talented young guys, Terrence Ross, C.J. Wilcox. What do you think about the future of this team?
At the guard position, it's loaded. You got Tony Roten coming in next year.
Right,
you got great shooters with Ross and Wilcox there in the wings. You got Isaiah coming back. You got Abdul, who'll be back next year. I think we're just loaded at the guards. I think it's up in the air to see who's going to step up post-wise.
How about Ross? I didn't think that he was going to have as huge an impact this season as he really did.
Yeah, he stepped up huge. I think Coach putting him in the starting lineup there for a while really boosted his confidence. Being able to have your head coach tell you, look, I think you're this great of a player as a freshman. You can come in and start for us. Gave him a huge confidence boost. And in sports, if you got confidence, that's 90% of the battle.
Is it just me? Or I think this team, they finished well, but they were preseason top 10, top 15. Was it a disappointment? Did they not live up to their expectations? Or what are your thoughts on that?
Going in the season, there's so much hype about the team.
Right.
They have so many talented guys, and just being a former player, you're a fan now, and you're just excited to watch them play. And they played so well in Maui, you thought they were going to come back and basically just run through the Pac-10 season, and win it, and they didn't do that. I don't think it's a disappointment. They still had a great Pac-10 tournament. Obviously, it was an exciting year to watch, as a fan, and they should be in the Sweet 16 right now.
You saw me completely rip up my bracket. Your bracket completely broken also?
I'm a little bit smarter than you. I don't even bother making a bracket.
That's very smart, actually. Former Husky guard Ryan Appleby joining us tonight. Do you have a favorite team going forward now? That's still in it?
I always like watching Butler.
Yeah.
They're kind of an underdog, but, they play basketball the right way, and they're an exciting team to watch.
How about you? You're now training, 100, 150 basketball players or just athletes? Talk about that every month.
I started my own basketball training business about a year and a half ago called ApplebyBasketball.com, and I train between 100 and 150 players a month myself, anywhere from middle school to high school to professional players, depending on the time of year. And now we've branched out and started our own Pacific Northwest basketball camps.
I was going to talk about that. You got a ton of skills camps all over the Pacific Northwest. Where are they going to be this summer, and how can people get involved?
Yeah, you can go to ApplebyBasketball.com if you want to be a part of the camps as a coach or as a player. We're going to go from 5th grade up through high school players, and we're going to run camps in Spokane, Wenatchee, the Tri-Cities, Snohomish High School. We're going to run shooting clinics at Bellarmine Prep, and we're going to run them at Eastside Catholic, and then we're going to have 3 camps that are sponsored by Trident Seafoods that are going to be in Alaska.
And you're also, we were talking earlier off camera that this is really for the serious basketball player, the one that really wants to do well, right?
Yeah, we want to bring, a collective group of kids all at once under the same roof, whether they're a 5th grader or they're a senior. The elite training we're going to do is make that senior feel like a 5th grader anyway. So we want to bring them all collectively under one roof and make sure that it's a fun time, but also at the same time everybody's understanding how to really play the game.
One last question, going back to the Huskies, because we were talking about this earlier. What is it? And Roy Williams even talked about it. He feels bad for Lorenzo Romar. He's not able to break through that barrier, that Sweet 16, Elite 8 barrier, and we love him as a coach. What are your thoughts on that whole situation?
It's tough. I think, Coach is, probably the greatest coach we've had at University of Washington. He's such a great person also at the same time. So everybody's pulling for him.
Right.
And for you to see, or for all of us to see him lose like he has, It's tough. I was on the Sweet 16 team with him, and we all thought we were going to go to the Elite Eight and Final Four, and we didn't. It's tough to be at that high of a level to be successful. He's been so successful, but you got to have a little luck at the same time.
Absolutely. Well, I wish you the best of luck going forward, Ryan Appleby. You can also head to applebybasketball.com. Former Husky, thanks so much for joining us. If your bracket is broken, by the way, wait till you see mine and my mom's. Who's winning between us? And it's not pretty. It's coming up next on Q13 Sports.